Welcome. This is Rocky Rana, the founder of the Realta Property Buyers Agency, and I welcome you to the Realta family. And I must congratulate you once again on taking up this bold step of hiring a third party to find you a property of your dreams. So this is a welcome message. It is a pre-recorded message. In next few minutes, I will walk you through what to expect, who will take care of you throughout this journey, and what different departments or people you would be working with. Now, I'm not single handedly driving this business. We have divided it into sections. I take care of almost everything in the business, and I'm backed by Gurminder Singh, who is the head of research. So I'll now introduce you to the team and the welcome message. So let's open up that email here. Alrighty, so a welcome email like this will be dropped in your mailbox already, is already dropped or will be dropped. So it talks about whom you would be interacting with. So you would be interacting with Rocky. So we have already formed a WhatsApp group, or we are going to make one. So we are there. So you, your partner, or any other decision makers, myself, Gurminder, and Rohit, we all will be there in the WhatsApp group. So our day-to-day communication can be through WhatsApp, because that is the fastest mode, phone calls and emails as well. So let's walk through. So I am responsible to take care of everything in the business. So at any point of time you are thinking that something is not going the way you wanted, you reach out to me straight up. You already have my number. If you don't, this is my number here. Gurminder Singh is a head of research. He is the most important person in the business, I would say. His job is to keep on checking the data and researching which are the up and coming locations. He works with me very, very closely, and you will also be spending a lot of time with uh, Gurminder. In fact, you would be spending more time than me with him, because he will be educating you about the locations, and he will be also helping you close down the deals. The third person is Rohit. He is our operations manager. He is going to be backing up Gurminder, and also he will be listening with the third parties like property managers or your brokers at times, or anything whatever needs to be done. You're building in pest inspection, so he will back Gurminder there. Now, this journey is not going to be just straightforward. It will be a roller coaster. So we have planned it out, week 1 to week 12. This is how it looks like. The first week, you're going to be meeting a mortgage broker or a lender. If you already have one, we can skip that part. But I highly encourage you to meet someone we might want to recommend, because the brokers or lenders who work with us are investors themselves, and they give you some seriously good strategies, so you might want to take advantage of that. But it's okay if you already have one, we can skip this. The next step is you meeting with a property accountant or a financial planner. And at this stage, when you speak with them, you are not paying anything for their fees, because that is already a part of your fees which you have paid it to us. They are going to give you a personalized advice. So I highly encourage you that you speak with them about your current situation, your financial and your personal. And if you're making any changes to your personal life, or professional life, talk about that as well. And ask questions like what I can do if I want to achieve this. So they are going to give you personalized advice. This is very, very important. And they will also give you a guidance of when you're acquiring properties or investment properties, under what sort of structure you may want to buy these properties to reap the best benefit in future. Once you know your structure and you know your borrowing, then you're going to sit with me on a strategy meeting, about an hour call. And here we are going to talk about what should be a strategy. Like, for example, what should be the buying price of our property, what should be the pathway. Like, if you're buying your first, when should you go for your second, third, and fourth? We're going to be talking about that. There are many ways that you can buy properties. We'll be talking about that as well. So this is going to be an intense exercise, and I highly advise that you keep yourself absolutely free. You and your partner or any decision makers should be here. The After that strategy is built, after a gap of 4 or 5 days or about a week, then you're going to be meeting Gurminder Singh, who is a head of research. He would have studied your strategy by now, and he will advise you which locations are best suitable for you based on your risk appetite, your growth structures, and what is that you want to achieve. He is highly knowledgeable and a very humble guy. I would highly advise that you take out 60 minutes for this meeting. You, your partner, and any other decision makers be there on this call, be present, make lots of notes if you need to, and ask as many as questions you would want. Typically what happens is after this Zoom call, within a day or two, the clients that these are the locations they want to go, and then we take you to those markets. Now then you come into this section here, the middle of the section, which is the most important one, wherein we find you the deals until you find the one you deserve. Now this is not going to be an easy one. Remember guys, we are taking you to those markets where demand is very high and supply is very, very low. So imagine when there is so short of stock, we have to find the stock first. Sometimes it is on the internet, sometimes it is not on the internet, which is off market. Then we have to do the due diligence of those properties, and not every property is going to pass the due diligence test. So once the property passes the due diligence test, we need to do the negotiations and make sure that we are not overpaying. So this is not going to be an easy task. So you will be missing on properties, you would be missing on deals. Please don't get emotional about it. No egos involved, because I can tell you the best deals is not easy. So you would be lucky if you're going to get a property deal in your first week itself, but be prepared that you are going to be missing on quite a few, if not a lot, of deals, and we will be there with you. Don't worry about it. uh, One day you will get the deal what you want, and that will be like signed up, you will be under contract, and then there is a lot of work which needs to be done in the background. So booking up your property inspection, building and pest inspection, anything else, whatever needs to be done will be done in this week 9 to 10. And in week 10 to 12 we will get you connected with a high performing property managers whom we have already interviewed, and they will get your property marketed for tenancy. There will be a pre-settlement inspection which we will take care of that, and one day you will have a settlement. So every step here you will receive an email and a notification. We will also be prompting you on WhatsApp what needs to be done. So it might look a lot, but you don't have to worry much about it. You can keep on doing your stuff. We will keep prompting you about your next steps. And downwards here, these are the kind of emails you would be getting. For example, an email you would get introduction to the lender. If you already have one, you will not receive it. Then the next email you would get would be introduction to a property accountant. If you already have one and you don't want to speak to them, that's all right, but this will be connecting you to the right people. So I would highly encourage once again that you speak to a property accountant. The next email you would receive is the strategy call with us. So you'll be meeting me here, and we'll be building up your strategy. The fourth email you would receive is your meeting with the locations team. You would be meeting Gurminder Singh here, who will educate you about your options and help you close on the locations where you should be buying. And then you will receive another email which will say, all right guys, now we are finding you property. Each time we will propose you a property, likely it will be backed by a decision making report. I'm now opening up on my screen what a decision making reports looks like. It is about a 7 to 8 page. It has all the information you need to know about this particular property. So commentary written by a property analyst. Then we are going to give you the suburb statistics, your building and landlord insurances, your council rates, your bushfire zoning, your flood zoning, your public housing. We are going to be giving you rental comparables. We will be giving you sales comparables as well, to understand how much money you should be paying. And then we will give you the stress tests as well. And we will give you a price opinion as well, which you can follow if you like. And then we will also give you the calculations and the cash flow, so you know exactly how much you would be paying out of pocket if you're going to be buying this property. I'm not going to deep dive too much into detail, but this will be explained to you by Gurminder Singh. at the time of meeting with locations team. So once one day you'll find a property and then it will go under contract, means you will sign a contract, and that contract before you sign needs to be proofread by a conveyancer or a lawyer or a solicitor. We have got quite a few good conveyancers on our panel whom we can introduce you to. For some reason, if you want to use your conveyancer, we are more than happy to for you to do that. Make sure that you connect them to us at this stage. At this stage, once your contract is signed, you need to share that contract with your mortgage broker. This is your responsibility. If you need to make a note of this, please do that. And we will also prompt you that you need to share your contract with the mortgage broker or lender, because they are the ones who are going to arrange you the money, the loan. And once your contract is signed, there will be an insurance required sometimes. Now, this depends on the state to state. Sometimes in some states, the rule is as soon as you sign the contract, you need to get the insurances done straight away. Sometimes when it goes unconditional, case by case basis, we will guide you. So if you have any questions in relation to the insurance, remember we are here to guide you. And once everything has gone well, we are also going to send a property agent or a property manager to inspect your property on your behalf. Remember, likely you're buying this property interstate or you're not visiting the property yourself. This person will go onto your property and will make a video walkthrough and will also provide a checklist, likely that what has been checked. So they are our local eyes and ears out there. These are not random people. We have interviewed them, we have worked with them, and likely we have met them in person as well. So we know them really, really well, and we trust them as well. And we just don't trust one person. Then the next step is going to be a building and pest inspection. A licensed building inspector and a licensed pest inspector will visit your property to check out if structurally your building is all right and if there are no pest attacks. There might be some issues because we are buying, remember, likely we are buying an aged property. There are some age related issues which we will discuss and explain it to you if this should be a concern or not be a concern. But this is the step, and you will receive an email as well. And mind it, we are going to book the building and pest inspection. You don't have to make a phone call for that. We'll take care of that. Or the third party payment to a building and pest inspector, you will be paying it yourself. And this reminds me, the payment for your conveyancer, you will be paying them directly. So we have no commissions, no cuts with any of these third parties whom we are going to work with. One fine day, we are going to get the building and pest reports. We are going to review that report. We are going to exactly point it out which are the points you need to be worried about, and if there is something needs to be fixed, we will try to get it fixed by the seller, or we are trying to get the price dropped of that property. We will try. I'm not guaranteeing that it will happen. Now it depends market to market, deal to deal. Sometimes, the vendor or a seller would say, all right guys, I'm not doing anything, and if you don't want to buy this property, all right, just move on. And the reason they would do so, because in a warmed up or a hot market, there are, if not tens, 20s, there are 30s, hundreds buyers who will take that property if you're not taking. So this will depend on deal to deal. Once everything goes well, you will go unconditional on your contract. Unconditional means everything is ticked and checked. Now nobody can move out of this deal. That is the point. We call it unconditional. So once we are unconditional on a deal, then we will find you a property manager who will look after your property from here onwards. We will negotiate the commission, and if there is any further scope, we encourage you that you also try to negotiate their pricing with them. But you don't have to worry about it, who will take care of your property. We have already interviewed quite a few. I've already met them in person. So we believe that they are the best performing property managers in that particular suburb. The last point is the most important one here: post settlement maintenance fund. We always advise that you keep about $10,000 post settlement fund for unforeseen items. Now remember, we have done everything whatever needed to be done, be it building and pest inspectors or sending up a property agent. There might be something which can go wrong with a property. Now you got your insurances covering a lot of stuff, but then this is our advice that you keep this much of amount handy in case of any surprises. Not scaring you, but this could be an extreme situation, so you are not getting a shock. So this is what we want you to be prepared with. Now This is all about a welcome email which you would be getting in your mailbox. And thank you for your time. And you will be looked after. We will take care of everything. And you just need to take care of yourself. Make sure that you are making decisions on time. If there is any communication gap, you just speak out about it. Me and Gurminder, we are going to be there throughout the journey with you. And I wish you a good luck.